Revoice Podcast Network. The mic is ours. Hey listeners, welcome back to a Revoice Network original called Podline, where students like you can anonymously share your burning college-related dilemmas and juicy stories based on the weekly topic. I'm your host, Kayla.
And I'm Erica.
And we're both students attending VCU, so think of us as the big sisters you never knew you needed, who have been through it all and can give it to you straight. You may be asking, where can I go to submit for the next episode? Well, stay tuned to find out towards the end of the show. In today's episode, we asked you to share one of your celebrity hot takes, whether you love them or hate them, and these submissions did not disappoint. But before we get into them, I want to ask you, Erica, do you have your own celebrity hot take?
I don't think it's a specific celebrity. It's just more of like the celebrity culture, more of like the fans and how some fan bases are a little culty to me.
Okay.
And some celebrities can kind of feed into it. Well, I'll give you a good example of someone that I like that's kind of like pushing against it is Doja Cat. Because she got so much hate for being like, hey, I don't know you guys and I can't say I love you because I don't know you and it's kind of weird. And everyone was like, what do you mean? You're supposed to love us because we're giving you money. For me, it's like I completely get where she's coming from because like, can't you just listen to the music and enjoy it and not like be kind of weird about it?
Yeah.
Or like being like, I love you to this person you never met before or know anything about.
I always thought it was weird when celebrities would be like, oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. I'm like, I don't. I like your music.
Oh my God.
Like, I just don't know you like that. Sorry.
My sister is a really big Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, Lord.
And she is like not too crazy, but I have told her that like, you know, I just enjoy things like celebrity-wise, like music, like artists like that. I don't get obsessed over a real-life person. Like, that's just kind of weird to me. She's like, oh, well, that's not fun.
I think there are two different types of people in this world.
Yeah.
There's one where people like your sister that are like super obsessed with like the person that does like makes the music.
Aspect,
yeah. And then there's the other side of it, the other people, probably me and you, where we just like if I'm watching a movie and I really enjoy the movie, I'm not going to be obsessed with like the person who directed it. I'm going to really love the style and like, wow,
the writing,
the writing and stuff like that.
Specifically with Taylor, like I think people are just so obsessed with her life and her. But the whole thing that ruins it for me is that all these people are like, well, you got to know the lore. You got to have to know this. And you have to know that this boyfriend that did this. And I mean, okay, just listen to the music, guys. You
can't just like enjoy like how the song sounds, like the way she wrote it.
Yeah, for some reason she has so much lore. And I don't really need to know everything about your life in order to appreciate the music. Anyways, that was a long one. All right, what's your celebrity hot take then?
It actually kind of connects with yours.
Oh, really? Okay,
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Oh.
It's hard because, like, I've heard things about her as a person and her character, and it just really, once I hear those things, I'm like, dang, like, I can't really like you and your music now. Yeah.
Flying 10 minutes to go back, like, to go somewhere, like, is obviously ridiculous, but it's easy to pin it on someone that is like an actual celebrity and not like 1% millionaire men that are hiding behind a name or like some statistic and we never see them before.
And like I get where you're coming from, but I also feel like it's weird to be like quote unquote woke on like feminism and like, you know, certain topics like that, but then not about like climate change and like all this other stuff. Like I feel like you have to know what's going on and you're still choosing to like fly 10 minutes to go to, you know.
Yeah, this is me also playing devil's advocate because, like, why not? But also it's just, like, I feel like you have a lot of pressure as a woman to just be perfect. And if she was a man and she was, like, doing this, I feel like people wouldn't care as much as her being trying to be an activist or, quote, quote, trying to be. Because, then he's a man, so it doesn't, like, he's just a man, whatever.
Okay, let's get into the first submission. Okay. So this one says, I used to really like Blake Lively from Gossip Girl, but wow, I immediately started to get a huge ick from her during the It Ends With Us promo. Not sure if you guys know about this drama or even about the book, but her attitude was just super insensitive, and it had me looking back on past interviews. Wow, she's a Honestly, I feel like this episode really ties, like, it flows well because we were just talking about Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. We all know, I think we all know that they're like besties.
Wait, they're friends?
They're like best friends,
Oh,
yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So I think that's also part of why I never really was a huge fan of Taylor, but then, like, knowing that these two are friends, it's just like, okay, well, it's just not looking good.
Yeah, so I heard, I've never read, and it ends with us, and I never plan to because I just do not like anything by Colleen Hoover. But I think she was, like, the whole drama was, like, didn't she, like, co-direct or co-produce it with the guy that's the boyfriend or whatever?
Jason Baldoni?
Yeah, something like that. On the promo for the movie, he was like, yeah, it's a movie about domestic violence and how it's a very serious issue. And Blake Lively was like, hey guys, wear florals and go see it with your besties. Like, girl,
just very out of touch.
Out of touch, which is crazy.
Also, she's a Nepo baby too.
Oh, of course.
So this just really
it's really just all Nepo babies.
Yeah.
And I feel like saying someone's a Nepo baby doesn't immediately mean that they're bad. Like, you know what? Be a Nepo baby. But, like, if you're going to act like you're not a Nepo baby, that pisses me off.
Because
like,
you have to
accept the fact that you're a Nepo baby, and it's fine.
You have to, like, as a Nepo baby, you have to, like, acknowledge the fact that you are privileged in a lot more ways than other people are.
Yeah.
Like, I know they work hard on their craft and stuff, but, like, you got to where you are now a lot faster and a lot easier than other people who didn't have that 100%. Opportunity. Mm-hmm. So
we are on to the second and last submission. I think Chapel is getting way too much hate for no reason. She's setting boundaries and asking for privacy, and people think it's crazy. Remember when celebrities would crash out? Britney Spears, Amy Winehouse, and it was entertaining, but years later we all collectively feel bad about it. It's happening right in front of our eyes, and people are saying she should be grateful for the stalking. Chapel's just protecting herself because we've all seen the vicious celebrity cycle, and it's so easy for someone new and young like her to get chewed on and spit out. Damn. I totally agree.
Insane for people to really be sitting here and be like, you should be grateful that you're getting stalked.
Yeah, like, I genuinely, like, I totally agree with this because when she first started talking about, like, hey, I really don't appreciate the stalking and everything. Like, I don't, like we were talking about before with Doja, like, I don't know you, like, and it's kind of really annoys me, and I feel like people just don't get it.
Yeah.
The way she speaks, I feel like she's, like, you kind of have to understand in context what she's talking about, because a lot of people are like, what, you hate your fans? The people stalking her are not her fans. Those are creeps. Like, those are not her fans, because if you were a fan, you would not be treating her like that.
I've seen, clips of Chapel. I remember she was on the red carpet and, like, some photographer was, like, yelling at her. Oh, and she told them to shut the fuck up. And I was like, period, because I get that. Like, my point is she clearly has a personality where it's like, you're not going to walk all over me. Like, that's not happening. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't like that a woman can actually, like, freaking stand up for herself and say stuff in front of, like, the media and, like, all that great stuff. Like, people don't like that. I mean, we're seeing that everywhere. People don't like when women have voices, clearly.
And especially as, like, a queer woman to be so, like, confident and not need, like, any sort of validation, especially from men and from the Hollywood industry. Like, I just think if people don't think that's crazy, I think you're crazy. Updates. I feel like every day people are complaining about her when she really is just a drag queen and stands up for herself. Okay, exactly what we were talking about. Yeah. I think it's so refreshing. Like, this is someone that we needed. Anyways, questions. Am I crazy? I don't think you're crazy.
No, you're not. We don't think you're crazy.
I think, again, I think people that think that you're crazy are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, it looks like we're out of time. Next week we'll be gone, but don't worry, we'll be back after Thanksgiving break to give even more advice. For the next topic, tell us your most insane family drama. Whether your aunt stole your mom's necklace or your uncle and your dad got into a fist fight, we want to hear about it. If you like this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and download the show, and check out our other Read Voice Network originals, Common Talk and Bad Attitude. Follow the Read Voice Network on Instagram at Read Voice Network, and to submit a response for future episodes, follow us at Podline_Read Voice, where our Share Your Dilemmas Google form lives.
Once again, I'm your host, Kayla.
And I'm Erica. Thanks for listening.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.